Merhabalar herkese. Hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün University of Exeter'den Hayley bizlerle olacak. Lütfen sorularınızı soru cevap bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Hayley, the stage is yours now.
Great, thank you. Hi everyone, just give me a second and I'll just share my screen. Yes, so hi everyone. My name's Hayley and I am the International Officer for Turkey at the University of Exeter. I'm just going to probably talk for about 20 minutes about the university, just to give you all a bit of an overview of what we offer. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat during the presentation and then I will answer them at the end. Okay, so to start off, I've just listed a few reasons about, why you might want to choose Exeter as a university. So we were ranked in the top 150 in the QS university rankings in 2022, and we're currently 137th in the THE World Rankings 2023. We are a member of the Russell Group, so this is a group of really research-intensive universities. And that's shown in our research excellence. 98% of our research is rated as world leading or internationally recognised. In terms of location, Exeter is in southwest England, which is about 2.5 hours by train from London. We have really beautiful green and safe campuses with really great facilities. And we are also the #1 sports university in the south of England and Wales. So southwest England itself is a really great area of the country. So it's got lots of open spaces, lots of scenery, as well as, cities and towns. So in the first picture there is a picture of Exeter Quay. This is really close to the university, within walking distance. There's lots of places to eat and drink there. You can cycle to the neighbouring beach towns of Dawlish and Exmouth. Rent canoes, go out on the water, lots of things you can do on the quay. The city centre itself has lots of shops and restaurants, as well as a cathedral and a really great independent sector. So you'll find lots of shops and cafes and restaurants that you won't find in any other city in the UK. The central picture is a picture of Dartmoor National Park. This is really great if you wanted to get out of the city for a bit. It's great for walking, scenery, you can camp, lots of woodlands, so lots of options there. And as you can see in the third picture, the coast is also in really easy access of our campuses. So just a short train journey and you can be by the sea. A bit further afield, we have the Jurassic Coast, which stretches from Devon into Dorset. Dinosaur fossils have been found in this area, and it's an area of sort of great archaeological significance. And then also in Cornwall, there's the Eden Project, which is home to the largest indoor rainforest in the world. And then in North Devon, the coastline there is really popular with water sports, so surfers, windsurfing, things like that. So Exeter has 3 campuses. 2 in Exeter and 1 in Cornwall. So the Streatham campus is the sort of our central main campus. It's a registered botanic garden, and the majority of our subject areas are based on Streatham. So in the centre of the campus, you have the Forum, which is where you'll find the shops, the food outlets, the Student Services Centre and the library. There's also a theatre on campus. So this is actually Exeter's main theatre, and it hosts a lot of local and visiting productions. There's also the Lemon Grove music venue, which hosts, live bands, musicians, and other events. And then there's also gym and sports facilities. So there's a really large gym on this campus, and that includes football pitches, rugby pitches, tennis courts, basketball, all sorts of different sports. And also the accommodation blocks are in really easy access of the campus. They are not you can't quite see them on this image, but they are within a sort of 10 to 15 minute walk of the campus. And then our next campus is also in Exeter. So this is the St Luke's campus. And this is home to the medical school, nursing, education and sports science programs. All the buildings on this campus surround a central quad. And it also has a gym, a library and food outlets. It's a bit more of a smaller community feel to Streatham, but it's around a 30-minute walk across the city to Streatham. So it's not very far. There's regular buses between the two, and you can obviously access the facilities on both campuses. Our third campus is in Cornwall, so it's about 2 hours from Exeter, sort of down in, right down in the south of the region. This is close to the coastal towns of Penryn and Falmouth, and lots of beaches nearby, again, really easy to get to the coast. The subjects taught in Penryn tend to be more of our sort of environmental and our sustainability focused courses. And these themes recur through the degree programmes. And lots of research takes place in Penryn as well. So like renewable energy, marine conservation, things like that. It has recently had a £4 million sports centre opened on this campus. And it also has a Green Flag Award for, you know, the beauty of the grounds. On the next slide, I did have a campus video tour of Streatham, but unfortunately the sound isn't working. So I will skip that, and then I'll just share the link for you if you wanted to watch it after the presentation. So we have a real mix of facilities on campus. So there's lots of buildings that are really modern, and then also some that are historical. So the building in the image is the grade 2 listed Reed Hall. And then we also, as I mentioned earlier, have the forum. So this is like a main hub for students, which has the Student Services Centre, a library which is open 24/7, learning spaces, a 400-seat lecture theatre, the university's main reception, and various shops and catering outlets. Within a lot of our buildings as well, we have student hubs, and these are accessible spaces across the campus where students can eat, socialise and study. And usually there's also staff present as well. So if there's any questions about your course or you want, you know, help with anything, you can access that here. And there's also lots of gardens. So we have a really high standard of gardens and grounds at the university. So there's lots of spaces where you can just, you know, sit quietly, relax, and sort of take a break from study. So there's various accommodation options in Exeter. We have lots of university managed accommodation available, which, as I mentioned, is, you know, a 10 to 15 minute walk to the campus. We have a range of self-catering and catered accommodation. And there's also a choice between sort of ensuite, where you have your own bathroom, or studio rooms, which have your own kitchen, or a mix where you would share those facilities. In each block, we have a residence life team. So in all halls of residence, there is a mentor for that accommodation block, and they will visit on a regular basis, and they check that the personal and social aspects of living for students is like fun and calm, and there's no issues. Again, in Cornwall, we also have a choice of catered or self-catered accommodation, depending on your needs. In Cornwall, the accommodation is either on campus, a 15-minute walk away, or in Falmouth, which is the nearest town, and that's just a short bus ride away. Okay, so just to talk briefly about student life. So we have 25,000 students, including over 6,000 international students, and these come from over 140 different countries. This creates a really diverse mix on campus, and you can meet lots of different people. And then we have a massive range of different student sports clubs and societies, currently over 400 different ones. And this includes an international student society, which can be great to meet people from your home country and also people from other countries. Sports is a really, really big thing at Exeter. We've had £25 million invested in sports over the last few years. And we're constantly in the top 10 of the British University Sports League. And there's over 50 different sports clubs. So things including football, basketball, volleyball, windsurfing, tennis, you know, a whole variety of different sports you can get involved with. We also have, you know, if sports isn't your thing, we also have a range of different sort of groups that you can join, which might involve sort of campaigning or volunteering. For example, we have things such as working on the student news outlets, join environmental groups, volunteer to walk people's dogs, things like that. And then in terms of student support, we provide as much support as we can to international students. So, and this starts before you even arrived in the UK. So we'll offer pre-departure briefings to give you an idea of what you can expect when you arrive at Exeter. We'll give talks on accommodation, how to apply for visas, you know, what it's like living in the UK in terms of culture, you know, how to travel to Exeter when you arrive in London, for example, all sorts of things like that. And then when you do join, so the first week in September, we will give introductory talks. So again, we'll cover things like English culture, settling into the UK, how to access healthcare, how to set up bank accounts. We arrange various tours that you can join. So these could be tours of the campus, tours of the city centre, trips that take you out to the local IKEA if you need to buy anything for your room, various things like that. And then there's also international supermarkets, which we also let students know sort of where they are and how they can get to them from their accommodation. There's also academic inductions. So you will meet your personal tutor who will be with you for that whole academic year. So this is somebody that you can go to with any academic or personal issues that you're having. There'll also be social events by subjects. So you will be able to meet other students on your course and get to know, you know, the other lecturers and people that will be teaching you. We have a variety of wellbeing services as well. So a range of counselling and mental health support. These can be for long-term conditions or just an informal counselling session. And there's also a 24-hour helpline to speak to trained staff and students. Okay, so these are a few of the subject areas that we offer at Exeter. Some are only available in Exeter and some are only available in Cornwall, and then some you can study at both. So there's a choice of which campus you want to be based at. So this is just a bit of an overview of the undergraduate entry requirements and the qualifications that we accept. So we accept, you know, IB, A-levels, the Turkish diploma, APs, along with a whole range of other different curriculums. You would need an IELTS, so usually the minimum, it depends on your course. So what we advise is if you go to the course page of the subject that you want to study, it will give you the profile of the IELTS score on that page. We do take other recognised English tests. So again, on the website, there's a whole list of different language tests that we'll accept. Again, with postgraduate, generally you would need an undergraduate degree equivalent to a UK second class honours. So some programmes it's a 2-1, some will accept a 2-2. Again, the English requirements will vary by subject. And again, it's worth, you know, just checking the course pages to find out which score you would need. And in the table there is just a bit of a, at a glance, sort of overview of the equivalence of a UK university degree to a Turkish university degree. Okay, so scholarships, we do offer scholarships. Usually we offer a Global Excellence Scholarship, which is a range of, there are some full scholarships available, but also £10,000 and £5,000 discounts off a range of programmes. I will say that for entry for 2023, the scholarships are closed. So there is no scholarships now available for 2023 entry, but we will be reopening the scholarships for 2024. And then there's various things that students can do to enhance their degree. So a lot of our undergraduate programs will offer year abroad options where you can either work or study abroad for a year. There's also courses that offer a professional work placement. So you would spend a year in industry. You can study a language within your degree. So our language centre offers a whole range of different languages that you can learn alongside your course. And also, you know, you can visit our career zone and find out work experience options, and also integrated study skills are built into all the courses to really give students like a good starting point for when they move into employment. So just to talk briefly about careers. So we have an award-winning careers service on campus, and they can offer skills training and regular careers events. Students can do work placements in the UK or abroad. So lots of students do take up this option. And international students can work up to 20 hours a week, depending on their visa. We have lots of careers fairs. So this is where employers will come to the campus and they will, you know, set up a stand and talk to students about their company and the options they can consider. So employers that have visited these fairs in the past include companies such as HSBC, Dyson, Mars and Twitter. Also currently available is the graduate route. So this allows students to live and work for up to 2 years in the UK on completion of their degree. But you would require a separate visa for that. Okay, so on this slide, I've just highlighted a few useful resources that might be helpful. So you can go to virtual open days, which include academic presentations and live Q&As. There's also live chats with staff and students. We have a platform on our website where you can talk to current students about life in Exeter. And also we offer virtual campus tours as well, so you can watch videos and drone footage of our campuses. I should have also updated this slide actually just to say, obviously now we are open for in-person campus visits as well. So over the summer and then over the next academic year, you know, students can arrange to come and visit us and see the campus in person. Okay, so yeah, that is the end of the presentation. So thank you very much for listening. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Okay. Right. Okay, so the first question is about studying nursing. Yes, we do have nursing programs. It is currently a combined undergraduate and master's program though. So it is a 4-year program. So if you're currently studying nursing, you might be maybe repeating some of the stuff you've already learned. But yeah, I would say take a look at our website, have a look at the course and see if it's something that's of interest to you. Okay, so the second question is, can I apply for an undergraduate degree even though I have graduated from a program? Yes, you can. There may be, you may have to look into visa requirements because there can be different requirements depending on what you're studying and what you've studied before. But yeah, there's nothing to stop you applying. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so the next one is, could you let us know what is a typical day for an international student? Yes, I mean, it could be very varied. So it would probably be a mixture of lectures and seminars. So for part of the day, you may be attending sort of workshops or lectures. Other parts of the day, you might be doing independent study or doing some reading, things like that. There'll be also opportunities to take part in clubs and societies, socialise, go to the gym. So yeah, it's very varied. I wouldn't say, you know, every student's day is the same, but I would imagine it would be made up of a mixture of those things. Okay, and then the question is about scholarships. So yes, I did briefly mention about scholarships. We usually offer various discounts on tuition fees for successful applicants. We don't have the scholarships available now for this year, but we will for 2024 entry. All the information will be on our website, but it usually requires a short personal statement, just outlining, you know, how the scholarship would help you, you know, how you'd contribute to life in Exeter, things like that. But all the details are online and they will be updated shortly for next year. Okay. And, okay. Okay, yes, I think that's all of the questions so far. Someone's asked if I'll be in Turkey again for the November fair. I don't know yet is the answer to that one, but hopefully. Okay. Okay, so I'll just wait a couple of minutes just in case anyone's got anything else. I will say as well, I will just put my email address in the chat. So if you do have any questions later, please feel free to email me and I can get back to you. Another question, can international students get a work permit during the master's study? Yes, so you can work on your, I don't think you can get a separate visa, but you can work on the student visa. So on the student visa, you can work for up to 20 hours a week. So yes, you could work part-time alongside your study on the student visa.
All right, thank you for the great presentation, Hayley. Looks like you covered all of the questions.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks everyone for coming. And yeah, like I say, please feel free to just email me if you have any further questions.
Yes, also I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. University of Exeter ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Hayley'e ulaşabilirsiniz. Bir sonraki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Hayley. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.